Okay, Social Doc, interview number 4. Take one.
Gotta make this one good.
Hey, I'm Brad Kling.
Hey, this is Barry Kling,
Formerly on Ghost Lab on the Discovery Channel.
with Everyday Paranormal and Mutiny Radio. Well, my story in the paranormal is not like your classic, I had this great, experience and I got into the paranormal. Actually, I had a few subtle experiences over my life, but Brad, actually, my brother, got me into the paranormal. He had experiences, he had a lot of things that happened to him.
When I was a kid, just little things always blew off. But when I was 17, I was on a family vacation in Gettysburg, and I look out into this field and I see this group of Union soldiers just walking out in the field, just minding their own business, wandering along. I jump out with my old, VHS camcorder, and I run about halfway out into this field. I stop and I pan from right to left across the field, and I catch them in the pan, and I zoom in just a little bit. I want to get closer, so I stop the camera and I start to run again. But as soon as the split second of pushing the button and looking up to run, there was nobody there. I didn't know what to think of it, but I looked back on the videotape, and sure enough, I had caught what I saw on videotape. At that moment, I knew that I must have captured some sort of image of an apparition, of ghost, or whatever you wanted to call it. Since I was able to videotape it and I was able to put it onto an electronic medium somehow, there had to be some sort of scientific reason why I could see it, why it got videotaped, why it was there. And that got my mind thinking about there's a natural reason behind this, and that's where all the theories started to come out.
He said, hey, about to start a team up called Everyday Paranormal. Do you want in? So it was just me and him who started Everyday Paranormal.
Because at that point, it was time to go out and do the investigations, because honestly, there was a lot of TV shows out there at that time, 2005. Ghost Hunters was big. We were watching those shows, and I was thinking, you know what? I just don't agree with how this is done. I don't agree with it. I want to go out and try it myself. Not for TV, but for my own personal gain.
My goal in the paranormal, or what I want to get out of it, is pretty simple. I want to find reasons, logic behind how the paranormal works. I want to find out what makes this stuff tick.
And I don't care if you think you're psychic. I don't care if you think that you see dead people and all this stuff that really doesn't have any tangible aspects to it. Just throw all that out the door. When you walk into investigation, be real to yourself.
The TV shows are out there. The things that are out in the public eye and the media are crap.
The way that we prove this field is to correlate evidence, and that's the one thing I preach all the time to the members of my team is, I don't care that you got an EMS spike. I want to know what happened on the audio recorder when you got that EMS spike.
Not that I just got a cool voice or I got a cool picture. I want to, how's it work?
I want to know everything. That way, over time, you can start piecing this big puzzle together, and pretty soon the paranormal could become predictable.
And I want to educate people the right way and show them how to do the paranormal, how the paranormal really works.
Trust your senses, but also trust your equipment and the science behind it.
Everybody talks about bad things about the media, and the media is bad, they're evil. But actually, the media can be your friend. With Ghost Hunters, some of the other earlier shows, they did open the doors for a lot of things. You would not have conventions like we are at right now. We wouldn't do events and more television shows without those early pioneers.
I got people that are Facebooking me in Arabic. People in Iran are watching my show. They can't do much else in Iran, but they can watch Ghost Lab. This is crazy. People speaking different languages saying, I'm in Romania, I love your show. I'm in, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, I love your show. And so I can tell that the message is getting out.
Media is a great outlet to get the word out about the paranormal. We need more people in the paranormal. We need people that are more interested in the paranormal. That's how this field moves forward. But we have to do it the right way so that when they come in, they see the truth, they see the right way, and they're going to do it the right way.
People out there are starting to really accept the paranormal because we had this huge platform, on a network, on a large network television show. And even if it's for 2 seasons, I would never trade it for the world.
Do it because you love it. Don't do it because you want a TV show. Don't do it because you want this fame and fortune, because it's not there. There is no fortune in the paranormal. Trust me, I've been there.
The measure of success in the paranormal is to be able to find, come up with theories, come up with techniques, and actually have them work. and work time and time again.
Also, do your own thing. Quit following people. You know, be your own person, come up with your own theories, your own methods, your own techniques.
Be logical, think about it, and base your technique on your investigation based on where you're at.
You have to. If you do it the other way, you're just another cookie cutter.
I see the paranormal genre as you see it now going away. I see the conventions and the way they are now. I see those kind of going away. There's only so many times that you can get my autograph. You know, there's only so many times you can take a picture with John Zaffis.
And you have this, they quote it, the celebrity status. My brother and I don't feel it. We're celebrities. We're just regular guys from Texas that happen to do this this type of thing.
And you see the same people at the same conferences. The paranormal community is very small.
With that notoriety, with us being on Ghost Lab and watched by millions of people around the world, we have a voice.
What we're trying to do with Ghost Lab and the things that we do with Everyday Paranormal is reach outside of that group of paranormal people, you know, the quote paranormal people.
And we're trying to show it the right way and the way it really is.
And bring in others who have the interest, but maybe they thought it was too taboo.
And it's very frustrating sometimes to have to fight against that force. And it's a big force.
I see the television shows kind of going away, maybe in a different direction. They might be doing things different. Maybe they are combining, paranormal investigations with other things that are, pseudo-paranormal, UFOs and cryptozoology and oddities, shrunken heads, and just kind of lumping it in with the weird.
We see it all the time, the conventions we go to, the things we do. It's getting out of hand.
But if the paranormal went away on its own, so be it. I'll still be there, and the true people will still be out there.